My loves, I am delighted to introduce you to the Flower Vase Calendar. Now this calendar comes on its own little stand, like that. Fits in there beautifully. Angles all wrong for you guys, I appreciate that. Let's have a look at it. You've got this lovely pattern cover, and each month you can just take the previous month to the back, and there's your month to view there. And behind every month we've also got a divider card, and these are folded, so you've got lots and lots of writing space there to write down details of whatever it is you might like to record for that month. This is lovely for special dates such as birthdays. So let's go through them. We've got January and a divider. We've got February. These are all birth month flowers, by the way. So there's March's daffodil, April's daisy, etc., etc. As we go through, I've got that in the wrong order, but never mind. And May there. Now when we get to June, you'll notice that there's a lot of flowers in this vase, and you can't see them all at a view with the whole year, but by the time you get to June you get another bunch of flowers, then you can see all of those. So that's how that's been designed. There we go. And these little divider cards also give you a nice little bit of depth and dimension in between each of the flowers. It's really lovely, very simple to put together. The only construction really is this box here, the stand rather. So let's have a look and see how it's made. Come on, here we are then. I've got all my bits and bobs cut out. I'm on 250 gram throughout. You might notice I've got a little bit of banding in my printer, but I'm powering through regardless. I'm not printing them out again. So this is my base here. Beautiful, love that pattern. We've then got the cover for our vase, and we've got all the individual pages for the vase as well. There's very little construction to this, it's just the base really, and these pieces are your dividers. Print as many of these out as you want. I've just printed a few out for the sake of the video. I would suggest putting one in between each flower, so you'll need 12 of those in all. You get 2 on a sheet. I haven't reverse printed. There is a paley pink reverse printing sheet if you want to reverse yours, but I'm learning to embrace white paper. Right, let's go. These little divider guys are just going to fold in half. If you want to, you can cut them in half across the top so that you've just got a single, twice as many single pages. I've decided to go like this, and the reason I folded them at the top is so that they don't, this opener doesn't interfere with the bulk of the thing when it's in its stand, and you'll see maybe what I mean in a little while. So go ahead, fold all those in half or cut them in half, whichever you prefer, and we're going to make the actual base. This piece here, yours won't have the banding on it, is simply going to fold in half and glue, and we're going to glue that solidly shut. So I might as well go ahead and do that now, give that a chance to dry. I think I'll employ my big glue for this job. And you'll have to excuse the quality of the video. The weather is doing absolutely everything. There's a gale blowing, it's raining, the sun's shining, everything's going on. And I've done my best to halt all of that action on the video, but I can only go so far because the weather's stronger than I am. So we're gluing that together. Kind of wishing I'd gone the extra mile and reprinted this page, but you don't see much of this actually when the thing's put together. So that's your base. Let that dry. Let's get those bits off to one side while we focus on the box itself. And you've got lots of scoring to do here, so we might as well do all of the ones we can in one direction. And in the other direction. I've got a new camera and the quality is so much better, but I am finding that it's not handling a change in light too well. So apologies in advance for the potential state of this video. Right, we're also going to need a pair of scissors. And then we've got those. you'll see on your piece here there are some lines to cut. Now where are they, guys? Where are they? They are here. I'm cutting on a Cricut machine, but it doesn't pick up this tiny little line that I did actually allow for on the Cricut machine, but it's obviously a bit too small for it. So we're going to do those by hand. Each one of these squares, either side of the square with the little bit of gold framing in it, you're going to snip. Have I done them all nearly? There we are. Then we can begin to fold up our frame. So we're going to fold everything to the centre, and you might as well just roll everything up for now. And get some nice sharp creases in there. If you want to use a folding bone, by all means use a folding bone. I prefer my nails because they're already attached to my hands and I don't have to go looking for them. That's not the reason. Folding all of this up. Oh, we've got a little one here. These are actually going to fold the other way round, but it doesn't matter. Just to get those folds in, you can fold them all one way to start with. Will you listen to that blooming weather? Right, this little one here is a bit trickier to fold, obviously, because it's smaller, and as we're going to be going this way with it, you can go that way with it. You can do it the other way around first of all if you like, and then flip it. It doesn't matter. So this narrow one right in the centre here, we're going to do this way. And then we've got these sides to fold under. This is ridiculous. Hang on a second. Right, here we go. Right, the gale continues, but I've managed to get the window shut, and you wouldn't believe what I had to do to get the window shut. I've got a wisteria outside, and I love fresh air, so my studio window is always open, and the thing grows into my studio every year, so I've had to go outside in a gale with a pair of secateurs, scut back the wisteria to get the window closed, and here we are. Let's carry on. I've still got a ridiculous amount of light coming in. Let's have another go at making this blooming box. So we folded everything up and round and over and down. How are we going to start now, fellas? How are we going to start? This is the centre of our box, this narrow piece here, of our stand rather. It's not a box, it doesn't actually have sides. Let us... Right, we're going to form these side pieces first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on these squares either side of the square with the little gold frame on it. So let's go ahead and do that on all four sides. And I want this to go tacky because I want some instant grab there if I can. So all four of these. There, and I'm going to begin by tucking these pieces in and folding that section next to it. I'm stucking it down. I'm doing the same on the other side, so you can see what I'm doing there to form this box either side of this little central piece here, and I'm going to do the same on the other side of this piece. I haven't folded that one over, isn't that pig? There we go. So tuck those two flaps underneath, tuck that little square so it's 90 degrees to the main length here. And I'm going to glue these little tabs in place. Hold them down so they grab. Go back to this side here. And I've got these here. Now these are drying a bit too much, so let's go back and put a bit more glue on them. So I'm folding over the whole lot, tucking these two side tabs in, bringing the piece that fits. I haven't cut quite enough into that one. There we go. Bringing this long edge around to meet it. Don't worry about which edge you need to be meeting which. It will only go one way. So just fold down. There's another one I didn't crease there as well. Look. So you're just tucking those tabs in, folding your little square down so that it's 90 degrees to the rectangle it's sitting next to. Bring your side pieces to meet the little tabs and sticking them all down. There we go. And I'm going to give that a minute or two to dry. We've actually then made our stand and it looks like that. So it might have looked a little bit confusing there for a moment, but there we go. And when that's had a minute or two to dry so you can handle it without it coming apart, we can glue it onto this section here. Have I got a piece that's got less banding on it? Have I? Fiddle. And that's going to glue on like that. So you've got a slight border all the way around. And we're going to take our pieces. I've got these little tabs here. So I'll pop a little bit of glue underneath those first. And then glue on top of that tab and all over this section here. Let's glue those tabs down onto there as well. So on both sides, glue the entire length and the little tabs, and also this white section here. And then we're going to turn it upside down, or the right way around, and we're going to pop it on our base, nice and central. I need to stand up for this so I can see what's going on. There we go. Hold that down in place for a moment or two to let that grab. And you might like to get a tool in there of some description. Will my scissors fit? Yes. And stick this central section down as well, making sure that everything's nice and straight and square onto the base, which mine isn't. And just a little bit of wiggle room. You've got a little bit of wiggle room with your glue there. Wiggle it about till you're happy. And there is your base. And it actually looks really well. It's not a box, like I say, because it's got no sides. It's a stand. And we want to just make sure those edge pieces, all those nice little side pieces are all gluing down nicely. You don't want to be pressing too hard on this because they are hollow. You've made two little boxes and a base. So there's your base, and that's it. That's pretty much it done. Let's get these pieces and put them in order. Your front cover is this lovely, lovely pattern here, and you've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. So there they all are in the right order. Now you can't see all of those flowers all at once, but I have designed it so that you can see the first 6 months flowers, which is June, and then when you go move on to July, you can see the next 6 months flowers. So the idea is that you've got these, you've got your dividers in between them. Let's go ahead and fold these in half as well. Like I say, I've only made 6 of them. I printed 3 sheets for the purposes of the video. Oh yeah, what also happened when I was outside trying to get my window closed so I could make this video was the polytunnel cover's blown off. So my daughter and I had to hot-foot it out there and secure that. We haven't put it back on. There's absolutely no point when it's blowing a gale. So that's happened. Right, so we've got January. Let's pop, doesn't matter which way around, these are different colours on both sides. So we'll go January, February, we'll just pop a little divider card in between each one, and what that does is gives you a lot of writing space. This would be great for special dates, birthdays and so on, but it also separates out your flowers a bit there, so you get a little bit more dimension, so that when you come to pop these in your stand, it all looks absolutely beautiful. Yes, and the reason I did these at the top here rather than doing them at the side was because I didn't want the finished vase to kind of open up like that, like a book. It would have more depth on this side, so that's why I wanted the depth at the bottom, guys, at the bottom, and it works beautifully. So there we are, stands up perfectly in its little stand, looks gorgeous. Your angle's all wrong there, nothing I can do about that, but that's what that looks like in its little stand. And so then for every month you can take off the cover, put that to the back, then you've got January at a glance, and behind January obviously you've got your lovely double card here that you can use to write both sides, inside and outside, more details of the special dates that you might have going on, or whatever you want to do with it in January. January ends, you move those two to the back, and there you've got February sitting in front of you, looking golden and beautiful. So that is it, my loves. That is the Flower Vase Calendar 2026 and the lovely stand here. That's almost forgot. Almost. I'm going to get my ink out for this little bit. I've got a little label that says 2026. I'm going to ink that, and I'm going to glue that. And I'm going to stick it. I don't want to cover up that flower so much. I'm going to stick it. Could go there. Oh, could go there. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to stick that at the front there. I didn't intend to, but there we are. That's where I'm popping that. You can stick yours on your front cover if you want to. Yeah, I'm liking that. I haven't done any inking on mine. If you want to ink, go ahead. I'm actually finding that I'm embracing these white paper edges and obviously the white backs as well at the moment. There we go. Have lots and lots of fun. I hope you gift this. I hope it's beautifully received, and I will see you next time.